can ever separate technology and media. It's just right there. Yeah, so I think the person wants to understand, if you have final questions, probably take the one question from the audience and then we'll round up, sir. So I think this person wants to know, how has this new technology, Netflix, how has it affected the film industry and the audience? Are we seeing more people come to cinemas? Are we seeing less people? Is everybody... Okay, so that's like platform specific influence. So how streamers, OTT platforms are kind of influencing the others. The truth of the matter is that filmmakers make movies for platforms. I'm going to say that again, because I think a lot of filmmakers need to hear that. Filmmakers make films for platforms. There is a way filmmakers make movies for YouTube. There is a way filmmakers make movies for cinema. And as long as they obey the rules of those platforms, you will see success those platforms. That's simple. If you're making a cinema movie and you don't take into consideration how movies want to be experienced at the cinema, you sell. And it will not be because you need marketing right or because you have the right distributor, it's that you didn't respect the platform or the release form. So I wouldn't necessarily say YouTube has cannibalized my experience. I wouldn't say Netflix has cannibalized. Netflix has actually 2020, if you look at the data, currently simultaneously nobody suffered any loss. Because everybody, like for example, Cinema never worked in cinema. It's a great watch of Netflix, but it's slow to storytelling. Cinema, we that if somebody must die or slap somebody, you know how it is, that's it. So you have to create for the platform, it's that simple. Thank you very much for taking together, Moha.
That I want to pump into the industry versus putting the money in the bank. How much would I get in return?
Okay, Mr. Sajid, would you like to answer that? Or would we like Mr. Motari? Okay.
This is a question that has no answer. Has no answer. If you get an answer, it means that your funds, no serious filmmaker you walk up to me and tell me I have 100 million. It's not buying and selling. It's a creative process. And like Anita said, we start from the back end. With your 100 million, we walk up and we'll sit down with Anita and look at the template. Anita, what are the options? And I was telling Charles earlier, I said everything has a market. And that's why I wanted to differ with Anita when he said you make film for the platform. No, even if you forget when you are making a film and you make the film, everything has a market. You will find a market. You might not make profit, but you'll find a market. Unless you don't want to put in the market. Market is not profit. So back to you, so Oga, this has been a major problem. And I told some bankers last 2 weeks ago at an event, same event, and this same question came up. It's not buying and selling. Even buying and selling, even when you go into produce, there are times you invest and you lose. If you read Femi last new book, he imported diesel at $150 to $1. When the diesel was coming back, there was a crash in the market. It became $15. And you lost 180 billion in one night. You are a banker, you know that. So the point I'm making is that nobody should come with that mindset of I'm giving you money to make money back quickly. Yes, the film industry is a very profitable industry. However, it must be clearly understood from the beginning. What kind of script are you working on? Who is working on the project? There are several indices. And if you get all those things right, what are the casts? Where are we selling this film? What is the market? What kind of film are we making? At that point, I will give you the answer. But to tell me that you gave me 100 million now to tell you how much I will do, I have no answer. But somebody will tell you this one. Don't worry, I'm going to 200 million. The money is gone. Good luck to you.
Put your hands together for that answer. If someone tells you drop 100 million, your money will not see. We have one more question. Yes, one more question, and then we follow to that.
Thank you so much. Hello. is an Nigerian film director, actor, lawyer, producer, and former special advisor to the governor of Kwara State on arts, culture, and tourism. He is the son of actor Adebayo for his remarkable performance in Seven Doors in 2025. Great creatives, let us celebrate an outstanding producer of the year, Femi Adebayo.
This award is to Femi Adebayo for the best movie of the year, Seven Doors, presented to you by the Members Association of Artists. Thank you.
This is Kunle Afod receiving on behalf of Afod. God bless you, sir. Now, as we were doing that, we received the esteemed presence of the President. Special assistant to the state governor on entertaining our very honorable Laide Bakare. Please come down and stand up for her. God bless you. Thank you. Now, moving on, I want to appreciate a veteran in our midst. Someone not Tgmaan, it is nobody else. He is a true lover of our association. He is the most humble member of our association. Very, very, very humble to the core. Ladies and gentlemen, to present this award, I'd like to invite the Chairman House Committee on Tourism, Arts and Culture, the very honorable Solomon Bono. Two things you are going to do on the stage, sir. You will help present the award, and we want to hear a word or two from you. But ladies and gentlemen, this award is going to none other than the most senior movie ambassador, SMA Pakola Olaya. It's a round of applause for her. He's a senior movie ambassador, Pakola Olaya. God bless you. We love you, sir. We appreciate you. Let the applause continue, please. Let it continue.
She's not my friend. She won't be making. I'm just introducing her to director. It's fine.
Don't worry, we'll take it to the next. Yeah, it's good. It's good that you are celebrating.
I give God the glory.
Like us, who asked the question, but yes. Would you like please come ahead. The person who asked the question is here, and he would like to express it. But we would have a session for questions at just a moment. One last question before going to question and answer segment from the audience. This question says, how has the evolution of movie screen technology transformed the cinematic experience from traditional film formats and channels, e.g. home video, cassette to modern digitalization channels like YouTube, and similar channels, and what impact has this had on the film industry and the audiences alike? That's a long question, right? Okay. Technology really does have an impact on cinematic experience, especially from the financial point of view. The technology really does determine how expensive it gets to be. For example, if you're going to see a movie for you most likely pay more, even though they're tight. So yes, there are newer technologies that are guaranteeing more immersive experience for people, even if you like some Netflix, you have very nice standards. So if you have like a whole media system that you can actually experience the movie all its glory. I happened to attend an NIFS summit recently, and that was just something that was spoken rather. There are different, just to add to what the leader said about cinema tickets going up. Another factor is the cost of the equipment, because cinema equipment is purchased in USD, and so the higher or the lower the